I wrote a workbook. The workbook actually is to go with any professional reading that you receive, whether it could be your own, to be honest. It could be your own reading. It could be from me, or it could be from any other professional. But what brought this idea along was the fact that people get all this good information and they don't know what to do with it or how to apply it in a practical sense. So this book kind of makes it easy. It's like a step-by-step guide. So it starts off with how to choose your reader and what kind of readings there are and things like that. And it moves on to what kind of questions to ask in order to get the answers that you deserve. Okay, that you deserve, or that are best for you. What to do before the reading, the day of the reading, to help you and the reader out. After the reading, a week after, and the month after, so on and so forth. So it is a workbook, so you can write things down in it. The thing that I like about it is I've had people test it out for me, and you can use that workbook as a reminder of what you've been through in case you hit another lesson that reminds you of this one. You can go through it and see the steps that you've taken and the things that you have learned. So that's one of the good things I like about it. It also comes free for a limited time right now with any full reading that you purchase. If you choose so, you have the option to decline it if you want to. Or you can just go in and buy it if you want to, just to have it. The links for that will be in the description box below, so you can just go right to that. Or you can go to the website. It should be a link on the front, on the home page of the website. So I'm really excited about it. I hope you like it. Check it out. Tell me what you think. Thank you for listening. Well, hello, beautiful soul. Let's see who's next while I'm pulling that out. I just want to say hello. I hope you're doing great. And God, I always forget what I'm going to say. Always. Oh, I'm posting a new schedule for videos, so you know when they're going to come out. It'll be in the description box. Make sure you check that either now or after the video goes off. That's going to start in June. Okay. And thank you everybody for purchasing ebooks. And remember, they do come free with a full reading. The feedback has been amazing, and I'm so thankful. Thank you so much. And I'm glad that you all like it too. I'm glad that it's helpful. That's what I wanted. I just wanted to fill up that space that was missing. And thank you so much for allowing me to do that. So, Aquarius, you're next. Let me pull 2 runes for you. They're telling me to switch them. Interesting. That doesn't happen. Okay. There's a couple messages I'm getting. For some of you, the way that you have been living life, or the way that you thought that things were going to go for you, is changing. It doesn't seem to fit your ideals for right now, for happiness or being happy. It's something that is holding you back. Something about the way that you're living. Also, for some of you, you have your mindset about something really wholeheartedly, and it doesn't seem to be getting towards your joy. So a lot of you during this time are just re-establishing what makes you happy and what's actually going to lead you to a place in your life that is joyous for you. It's like the way that things were going isn't working. It's kind of like you just want change, or you want something new to enter your space. Okay, so a lot of you may do something different than you normally would do during this mid-month, just to like put some excitement into your life. They're also telling me be careful about buying things or spending money to make you happy, because that's not what the issue really is. Okay, it's kind of like covering up the main issue. Okay, so let's see what your cards are going to be. Yeah, one phase of your life is ending, Aquarius. Not in a bad way. It's just that, you know, growth is a good thing. And I feel like you want growth and you want transition and you want something new. Not that you hate the way that your life was, but you're kind of like, maybe you're, I loosely say depressed, okay? Because it's like you don't have the motivation or the optimism the way that you were living or what you were doing before, and you need something to like spark that up or make it different for you. Be careful of looking for the perfect thing, or be careful of trying to push your perfection on others, because really what's happening is you want change in your life. You can't really make anybody else change or make anybody else do what you want them to. Just kind of, you know, reinvigorate your own space or your own life, your own energy. Okay. Also about being careful about pushing other people, because I feel like if you try to push other people or have them change or do something, it's going to fail, but it's for the best. It's just the universe trying to show you that you're going down the wrong route, you know, of saying, well, if you didn't do this, then I wouldn't feel this way, that type of thing. Okay, so just be a little bit careful with that energy. I do feel like whatever you change to, some of you are going to have issues with other people accepting it. Almost like they rely on you being the same. I know that sounds weird. That's a message for somebody specifically probably, but let's see what we got here. After pulling your cards, Aquarius, I'm going to choose another deck. I know you probably don't care or know, but I just wanted to say that out loud, I guess. So, yeah. You're having issues with your confidence or self-esteem or something of that nature right now. Kind of like feeling like things aren't fair right now. It's kind of like, I live my life with integrity. I can't understand why everybody else isn't doing it kind of feeling. And during this mid-month, you're really going to be juggling between if your feelings are yours or if it's someone else bringing that energy to you. Okay. So you start off with the High Priestess in reverse, which lets me know that some secrets are being revealed to you. It looks like there's some things maybe about a relationship or friendships that aren't working for you. It's not the best, or maybe a work situation that's not very conducive to you. Like it's not working. You want something different. Something isn't working. And that's being revealed to you at this time. But what's interesting is I feel like you like the habit of knowing how things are. You're not very comfortable with change, but it looks like change is approaching you. And it's kind of like you need to get on the boat, right? But I feel like there's going to be some trial and errors in the mid-month where you try some things that don't work, or you have your mind set on what to change and that's not really it, and then you focus it on something else. But you're really worried about... It's interesting because you're really thinking about yourself, but you're worried about your environment. You're not thinking that it's you. You're thinking that it's your environment. And you're like, I need to let something go, or I need to deal with something. This is the reason why I feel this way. And this is the train that you've decided to get on. Maybe pushing someone else to perfection, or blaming your feelings on something else. But really, it's just that you're at the end of a cycle, and that cycle needs to end so you can move on to a different cycle. Yeah. It's like that phase of your life needs to end and you're moving on to something new. It's interesting because as you move forward and try different things, I feel like a lot of people are going to feel like you're being childish, or you're not expressing yourself, or you're being too emotional. They don't think that you have thought it through. It's like they want you to come out of yourself so they can understand what is going on. But I almost feel like you don't want to say exactly what it is. Some of you are keeping it to yourself, or you're expressing it in a way where they don't quite understand what it is that you want, whether this be work, friendship, or relationships with others. They're also telling me a message that 3 is too much. So maybe there's a third wheel somewhere, not like a relationship, but maybe like a friend that's over too much, or just in the energy too much, or too much in your business. And you're feeling like that's the issue, but that's not really what the issue is. That's the thing that you're holding on to, that you're kind of like carrying through the month. It's so important for you to express what's bothering you. And also do what makes you happy in a way that doesn't damage your job, your friendship, or relationship. Because I don't feel like you want to get rid of any of these things. I just feel like you want to tweak it, but you're not saying what you want to tweak. Maybe even being passive aggressive about something. But you're hoping that if you give like negative energy towards whatever it is, that it will just automatically change. Kind of like you don't have to say anything. It'll just do it on its own. Kind of like you're waiting it out. But this isn't really... It's like you're not happy with your domestic situation. And you're ready for that to change. The biggest thing right now is that you feel like you're not going in the same direction with whatever it is that you're doing. Relationship, job, or friendship. Okay? You don't feel like you're on the same page with whatever this is. It's like you're going against it. It's like you're not on the same... You're not on the same wavelength. Like things are going in the wrong direction and you want to kind of reel it in before it gets too bad, but at the same time, it's almost like you don't want to bring it up. Probably because you don't want to argue, or you don't want to ruffle feathers. Because you like the tradition of it all, kind of like you don't want to bring in the crazy. It's like you know that whatever you do, whether you nurture it or not, it's not going to change. Or this person that you're bringing it to, it isn't going to change the fact. So it's just one of those things that's just open and you can't really control it. but at the same time you want to be happy. I almost feel like you want to spend some time by yourself to release what this is. Like, you feel like that's the best thing to do, is to like get away, maybe have a little vacation where you don't have to rely on your domestic, the things you have to do at home, or it's almost like you just want to take a break because you're in a situation where you can't really change it or make anything different, but you're not happy at the same time. And you're like, you just need a break. Yeah, it almost feels like too many people are there and you're not happy about it. Too many people are involved. Too many things are happening. You want it to go back to how it was. You want things to go back to how it was. But you're just moving through with it because you know that it's almost over. Yeah, you know that it's almost over. So you're not taking control of the situation. You're being more passive because that's the best way to like let it diminish. Okay? That's what I see here. I feel like you don't want to bring it up because you know it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be one of those cycles where you kind of go back and forth. And it's going to feel really childish and you don't want to deal with it. It's not going to change anything. Yeah, because if you talk about it, it's like it's not going to grow. It's just going to cause more trouble in a friendship or in a relationship. And you're scared that it's going to go away, whatever it is. Or that it's going to distance yourself. It's like a fear that you're not good enough. You're just hoping that things will change really quickly. That your feelings will come back quickly, that the imbalance will change. It's so interesting. I hear, I'm getting so many messages. So for one of them, I hear that somebody's either going to go back to work, or like the thing that you were waiting for is going to happen, but that's not going to fix your feelings. That's not going to fix the issue. And then you realize that you're still unhappy. And now you're forced to figure out what the imbalance is. But I feel like you get a little like pushy or maybe mean. People think you're being mean or abrasive because things aren't balanced. It's really important for you to focus on balance right now, because I feel like something isn't going to work out. I think I said this earlier. It's like something isn't going to work out for your best, for what you think is going to happen, but it's for you to pay attention to you. So it's not everybody else or whatever this outside thing is. Focus on you. It's like your foundations are off. And that's what you're starting to figure out. Because you can't be mad at anybody else because, in all honesty, you allowed it to get as far as it has. And it's like you're mad that that's a thing that happened, but you just can't immediately just push a button and everything change. Because maybe for years you allowed this to happen, or for months you allowed this to happen. And now all of a sudden you want change. You can't be mad because they don't want to immediately change. That's a message for someone. It's all about you building up your self-confidence. I feel like you're down, like emotionally, mentally, you're having a down moment, and you just got to focus on getting that balance back. But getting that balance back it's not everybody else's issue, you know? You got to find that joy, that core joy inside of you, Aquarius. Okay, so let me pull these cards up. Okay. So indecision is the overall energy, and that's just the way things are moving. Things are moving forward in a way that you're not sure about. I want to say it's about control, and you don't feel in control. It's like you don't understand. It doesn't compute. It doesn't mesh together. Things just don't feel right. In the mid-month May, it just feels like you're walking the fine line the whole month, you know, trying to grab for straws to figure out what it is that you're feeling or what it is that's going on, but not quite really knowing. I love that you have power here as your spiritual message, because it's about you finding victory within yourself and with you, being transparent with yourself. You know, that's my favorite word to say for sevens. But being transparent with yourself and finding out what your power is inside. What do you need to make you happy? What do you need to do every day to make you happy? And it could be something super simple, like you get up in the morning, every morning, and do a facial. You buy yourself pretty pajamas and wear them every night before you go to bed, you know? Just like little self-care rituals or something that makes you happy or brings you joy. You may like to color. You may want to read, or say, okay, I'm designating an hour to reading at night, whether that is, you know, and then someone else has to pick up the slack, like maybe put the kids to bed or something like that, so you can read for that hour. These are the things you need to find out, what's going to make you happy and what's really something that you need to work on, like for yourself, like finding that power, that thing that drives you, something that makes you happy, something that puts that sparkle in your eye and makes you, you know? And for your love section, Aquarius, I know the card is action, but the way that they're telling me is like, this is your time to be you when it comes to love. And it's your time to shine, really. This is your time to shine and figure out what it is that you need to shine. It's not about the things that you have to do to make somebody else happy. It's almost like the world needs to make you happy right now, to show you that you're worth it, to give you that attention, to be there for you. Because this is a time where you're really spring cleaning people out of your life and situations, because you're starting to look at things not in rose-colored glasses. So for abundance, listen to your intuition about what you can and cannot handle when it comes to your abundance, whether this be money, career, what it is that you do. This heightened sense of sensitivity that you have, I think Venus is in retrograde because everyone's readings have been really like heavy emotional. It's just time for you to listen to yourself and what you need. I feel like other people need to listen to you too. But at the same time, it's important for you to say what it is that you need. You know, I do feel like for someone, there's someone in your life that you really care about. This is probably a boyfriend, a husband, or a really close friend or something like that, family member. And they have the best intentions for you, but they're really abrasive about not listening to you. And it's like you need them to listen to you. And you need them to understand how important it is. It's not important that they understand, because maybe you process things differently. But they need to listen to you. And they need to try to understand. And they need to try to work on whatever that is. Because that's important to your relationship with that person. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this for you, Aquarius. If you need me, check the description box below, or you can go to this little website up here. I'd be more than happy to help you. And if you book a full reading, you get a free ebook. So I'll see you for June. I love you. Bye bye.